You know, I was gonna say this is a little weird even for Call of Duty, but then when I get back on Modern Warfare 3, I'm greeted with this. And then I'm reminded that weird is basically normal for this game. What's up, guys? This is MWIII Music, and welcome to Modern Warfare 3 Season 5. We got the roadmap, we got a lot of details, a lot of new stuff to cover and share with you guys today. And right off the bat, just looking at the roadmap, there's some insane looking stuff in here, especially like the game modes and stuff. They're gonna be adding Slam Deathmatch, which is part of their WWE collab, which we'll definitely be talking about in this as well. They're bringing back Arcade, which I think we've had before, but COD Warrior sounds like it's something completely new. So that sounds pretty interesting. We also have Fishfection, which is probably going to be some kind of variant of infection. They're going to be adding paintball into the game, which could be another callback to Advanced Warfare, because if you guys played that game, you might remember that you could actually toggle paintball mode. And then we have another game mode here called Defuse or Destroy. But as far as it goes for all the specific details about these game modes, I'm sure we're going to figure that out as we go further into the blog. But yeah, let's just go ahead and scroll down because we'll be able to learn a lot more by actually reading the blog instead of just looking at the roadmap. Right off the bat, we have a brand new core 6v6 multiplayer map that's medium sized. It's called Bait. It's going to be available to play at the launch of Season 5. It's looking pretty decent. It looks like it has a pretty nice atmosphere, and the layout of the map does look pretty medium sized, so we'll have to see how that one plays out, but it looks like it could be pretty good. And we're getting another brand new core 6v6 map at the launch of Season 5 called Yard, and they're saying that this one is small size, and it definitely does look pretty small based off of the layout over here. It's almost kind of making me think of Rust, where we have this like building in the middle, but we don't necessarily know how tall that's going to be, but this definitely looks like it's a pretty small map. And it's also a cell shaded map, which is going to be a very common theme as we keep going on, because as we go on, you're going to see that there's 3 different cell shaded variants of existing maps in the game. The first one is Cell Ship. This is going to be a cell shaded version of Shipment, and honestly, this looks way better than a lot of the different shipments we've had as of lately. Like, this is so vibrant and colorful. I just gotta be perfectly honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the current version of Shipment, like the Christmas one that they use, or even like Infinity Wards from Modern Warfare 2 last year. They're just so dull and boring looking, and it's really not that fun to play on those maps and grind them, but this is looking a lot better. And this next one is called Toon Oxide, which is a cell shaded variant of Rust from the original Modern Warfare 2, and dude, this one is looking amazing. This is such an interesting take on Rust. It's basically happening at midnight, and we have a full moon. I can't remember if we've had a Call of Duty map that had something like this before, so it's definitely very unique, very interesting. And lastly, we have a variant of Stash House called Ink House, which I'm not the biggest fan of Stash House, you guys already know, so like this one isn't as hype for me, but this is looking absolutely ridiculous. We have a brand new game mode coming to the game called Slam Deathmatch. Wrestle up your finest finishing moves in this spin on traditional team deathmatch. It's still all about eliminations in Slam Deathmatch, but in this mode, weapons can only down your enemies. To earn points, you must finish off opponents by hitting them with a finishing move. All finishing moves will be randomized WWE finishing moves in upcoming Slam Deathmatch brawls, and the mode will only be available during the WWE SummerSlam event starting on July 31st. I'm pretty sure it was right about here in the Season 5 trailer. You can see that they're actually in a ring. I don't know if we'll be able to do that, like if that's actual gameplay or not, but I feel like this mode does have some amazing potential, but I feel like people should be more willing to want to just use the finishing moves and pretty much go melee only instead of like shooting guns and stuff. We'll just have to see how the COD community treats the mode, but man, it could be a lot of fun. Now, we've had the arcade playlist in Modern Warfare 3 before, but this one's going to be coming back later in the season. It says there's going to be 2 new abilities and several exciting new power weapons. In addition, all players will benefit from increased jump height and the ability to slam. Dude, it's Advanced Warfare, bro. Oh my god, this is so awesome. So here's the abilities. Players can ground slam, which will dole out damage in an area of effect, so you get an AoE slam now. If successfully completed within range of the enemy, the blow can be lethal, so you can kill people with the ground slam just like you could in Advanced Warfare. And then we have Force Field. It's a defensive ability. It creates a big transparent bubble around the player that defends against incoming bullets, so basically Halo bubble shield. And we have some new power weapons as well, which will have some new unique effects. The Sledgehammer melee weapon's coming in. It's gonna have increased knockback. I'm sure that's gonna look hilarious. There's also gonna be a minigun, which will give you battle rage, which I think we've actually had before. The Moore sniper rifle is gonna have explosive knockback effect, which I think we've had this. The Tier pistol is gonna have akimbo snake shot dragon's breath, which I'm sure is gonna be a lot of fun. And then we have the push dagger melee, which has big lunge ability, which was basically commando. I think we've had these. That's really odd that it says 5 new power weapons, but I really only think that the Tier pistol and the Sledgehammer are gonna be new to the arcade mode. Maybe I'm just tripping, I don't know. But next up, we have a brand new game mode called COD Warrior. This is gonna be available at the launch of Season 5. Mini games, anyone? I love mini games, come on. COD Warrior is a new mode that puts 3 teams of 2 to the test in a series of randomized quick-fire mini games. Every round wins 1 point, and the first team to reach 5 points takes the game. Oh my god! This sounds sick. Be prepared for minigame mayhem. Round timers for minigames will range from 30 to 90 seconds, and all minigames will be weapon-based and give operators 1 life with no respawn. Okay, so here's the minigames that are going to be part of this game mode. The first one's called Beat Up the Car. You get 60 seconds, and it says each team spawns in with sledgehammers and a vehicle. The first team to destroy their car wins. Then we have Breacher Ball. It's also 60 seconds. all operators are provided with unlimited breacher drones as their only armament. Survive to win. Oh my goodness. Next up, we have bullet time. It's also 60 seconds. Test your reflexes against extremely low velocity weapons, allowing you to better sidestep and evade enemy fire. Survive to win. We also have shoot. This one's 30 seconds. Spawn in a circle with every operator wielding the powerful tier handgun. Draw fast and survive to win. Oh my god, and this is a picture of the bullet time minigame where your bullet velocity will be slowed down. Look at the bullets. That looks insane. We have another minigame called Don't Shoot. It says listen closely. In this variant, everyone spawns in a circle with the tier handgun equipped. Anyone who shoots, however, will die on the spot. So how do you win that one? I mean, this is crazy. We have the drone wars. Oh my god, 60 seconds as well. All operators spawn with stormenders and bomb drones. Survive to win. Oh my god. This one's called Fragged. You get 60 seconds. Settle things explosively in this mini game where all operators are provided with unlimited frag grenades only. Then we have the Hunt. This one's also 60 seconds. Operators are assigned the role of a hunter or a runner. Hunters must eliminate the runners who have no weapons to fight back. Oh, you know that one's gonna be frustrating. Next up, we have Knives. This one is also 60 seconds. You basically go knife only and you have to survive to win. They have one called Meta Loadout. Oh my god, it's also 60 seconds. Do your best in this ironic take on the meta as operators duke it out with poorly optimized loadouts. Okay, so that's why it's in air quotes. I love this. Wedge Whammer wings, boy! Miniguns for everyone, also 60. These are basically all 60 seconds. Prepare for brutal combat as each operator is provided a juggernaut suit and a minigun. Survive to win. Last Ninja Standing. Operators battle with throwing stars only while benefiting from increased movement speed and jump height. We have one called Revive, which says each team spawns with a downed operator. The first team to locate and revive their downed teammate wins. That's interesting. Next up, we have Shocking, which is push through the pain. In this minigame, all operators must battle under the permanent effects of a shock stick. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, at least you get 90 seconds for that one. And then lastly, we have one called Turret Time. This one's also 90 seconds, and it says all operators are provided with stormenders and a remote turret. Survive to win. So this COD Warrior game mode that they're going to be adding with Season 5, this is a massive W. I always thought it'd be so much fun to have basically like Call of Duty mini games, and Sledgehammer's just doing it with Modern Warfare 3 Season 5. This is incredible. I absolutely love this concept, and I really hope that this is something that we can keep getting in brand new Call of Duty games. Like Sledgehammer's creativity and the things that they keep doing for Modern Warfare 3, it's just insane, man. Like, holy shit. But yeah, man, we also have some other game modes that are going to be coming later in Season 5. We have Fishfection. From the description here, it's basically going to be infected. However, the survivors are going to have the compound bow and the spear, which are brand new weapons. We'll talk about that later. And the infected players are going to have fish operator skins. So that's basically Fishfection. But here's the brand new paintball game mode. It says we're going painting. Paintball, played predominantly on small maps and in modes like Capture the Flag and Kill Confirmed, gives players increased movement abilities for the duration of the mode and replaces all bullet impacts with paint splatters. That means every weapon is a one-shot kill. So take cover behind a bunker of choice and get ready for some quick action painting. That's gonna be intense, dude. Do you know, the more that I think about it, this is basically what I think a lot of people think hardcore is, that every gun kills in one shot. That's not really the case. Some guns are actually better than others in hardcore, but in this paintball game mode, everything actually will be a one-shot kill. So that sounds pretty interesting. And then lastly, we have Defuse or Destroy. It says expect an explosive twist on Search and Destroy at mid-season 2. Teams take turns attacking and defending bomb sites. The twist: this mode's round starts with a bomb already planted in one of two possible locations, putting a literal ticking time bomb into play as teams alternate to defend and defuse. Not gonna lie, for me at least, that doesn't sound as interesting, but maybe if you really enjoy Search and Destroy and you want a little twist on the game mode, there you go. We got some brand new stuff for playing Ranked Play Season 5. You actually will get a weapon, camo, and animated emblem, so honestly, that's kind of cool. Okay, so we got some more information about the new tactical, the EMP grenade, which is coming at the launch of Season 5. It says this deactivates enemy electronics and disrupts enemy sensors for a short time. Even if no equipment is affected, you'll still negatively impact the HUD of any enemies caught in the blast, making this a good breaching tool to disorient opponents before rushing in for the clear. So yeah, it's going to heavily depend on how badly it's going to impact the enemy's HUD when you throw this at them, but I don't know. Overall, I think the EMP grenade is probably going to be pretty annoying in Modern Warfare 3. I'm really just hoping that this stupid little EMP grenade does not like ruin the season. We'll have to see, because those things can get annoying so fast. Next up, we have the overview for zombies. Now, none of this stuff is going to be coming at the launch of Season 5. You're going to have to wait until mid-season to get all this stuff, and even then, it's just the final story mission, which I don't know if anyone even cares about this at this point. There's going to be another new rift, and there's going to be more schematics as well. The discipline bottle. That's a disciple bottle, a grenade bandoiler, and a stash increase. All of this stuff, I don't know who cares anymore, man. Now, typically, I don't really cover Warzone stuff in these types of videos, but I am going to talk about this one thing that I did see, which is the fact that Superstore is returning. However, there's going to be a little bit of a twist. There's going to be a resurgence mode called Superstore Resurgence, which is going to just take place in this one point of interest. They're saying it's a custom-made experience focusing on the Superstore point of interest, dropping 28 players into a 10-minute match with the emphasis on who can control the room roof and aisles and other choke points throughout the location. Now, since I don't really play that much Warzone at this point, all I'm really seeing when it comes to Warzone stuff is what people have to say about it on Twitter. And I have been seeing some people say stuff about how there hasn't been as much love for the big map stuff that's been going on in the game. And I feel like this does kind of reinforce that because it's more resurgent stuff and it's potentially on an even smaller location with less players as well, which is basically just giving you multiplayer. Like, this is basically just multiplayer in Warzone because there's not as much emphasis on looting and strategy. It's more just about getting back into the action and respawning and killing people, which is basically just regular Call of Duty multiplayer. I feel like this is an interesting take. Like, it seems like they're trying to put more things in Warzone that appeal to the multiplayer crowd to maybe try to get us interested, which is probably why I'm talking about this instead of just skipping it over like I typically would when they release these blog posts. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff for Warzone. It looks like they're probably going to have some WWE stuff in there as well. At least I think. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably going to skip through the rest of it. All right, so now we're at the section where we can talk about new guns as well as, I'm sure, new aftermarket parts in Season 5 as well. Starting off here with the Static HV, which is going to be a new submachine gun available at launch. It's going to be in the Battle Pass at Sector 6. I guess it's going to have 18 levels, and the Battle Pass blueprints will be at Sector 17. The weapon boasts a high fire rate and significant ammo capacity with a base of 50 rounds in its factory magazine. That's crazy. I don't know if I'm like way off base here, but this is weirdly making me think of the Cap 40 from Black Ops 2. It really just looks like a pistol. But next up, we have an assault rifle coming back that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be really happy to see. It's going to be the STG. It'll be available at launch at Battle Pass Sector 7. It's going to have 21 weapon levels, and it will have a blueprint at Sector 19 in the Battle Pass. I thought it was going to be getting its own custom aftermarket part, but they're just talking about putting the Jack BFB muzzle on this thing. It does kind of feel like Sledgehammer Games is heavily implying that you should put a 60-round mag and the Jack BFB on this thing, though, because that would give it a ton of ammo, but also reduce a ton of recoil. So I feel like the STG is going to be really strong in this season. But next up, we have a brand new melee weapon coming to the game. It's going to be the Spear. We saw this in the video. It's going to have 6 different weapon levels. Fight like the ancients with a throwable spear. So you're going to actually be able to throw this at people, dude. This is going to be a lot of fun for people who like to go melee only and also incorporate either the throwing stars or the throwing knives as well. It sounds like a lot of fun. But I did just realize that the Spear is going to be available mid-season via a Battle Pass sector challenge, so we won't have it at the launch of Season 5. And same goes for the brand new launcher coming to the game, which is the Torque 35, which is a compound bow. This is going to be available mid-season via a weekly challenge, so it's not going to be from the Battle Pass. It also only has 6 levels, which has me a little worried because it seems like this thing might not really have any attachments. But the description for it says, wield a compound bow with 20 retrievable arrows, a red dot sight for accurate shots on target, and a weapon inspection animation that shouldn't be missed. We'll definitely have to check that out. The bow's excellent handling allows quick follow-up shots, and in close fights, the option to fire off the hip keeps you light on your feet. Pull back for longer to increase the strength and velocity of each shot, and get creative with an array of ammunition options, including arrowheads equipped with thermite, explosive, and gas cartridges. Both the Spear and the Torque 35 can pin enemies against the wall, so stick your insertion points accordingly. It's kind of sounding like they're basically bringing in Sparrow from Black Ops 3 into the game. This is going to be an absolute blast. I can't wait to unlock and use this thing. But speaking of brand new things to unlock and use, we have 6 new aftermarket parts coming with Season 5 as well. Oh my god! See, the boost is coming, dude! First up, we have the Jack wide mouth barrel for the MWIII sniper rifle. It says a wide mouth barrel crafted to accommodate magnetic ball bearings that shatter upon firing, creating a barrage of small and lethal projectiles. I think this aftermarket part got leaked because people were saying that the blunderbuss was coming to Modern Warfare 3. We just didn't know exactly like when or how it was going to be happening, but now we do. It's going to be in the form of an aftermarket part for the MWIIIs, and it just sounds crazy, dude. That's going to be so much fun, man. Next up, we have the Jack Slash, which it says it's going to be compatible with a lot of different weapons with underbarrel capabilities. It says this underbarrel vertical grip doubles as a combat knife, replacing your melee attack with a lethal slash. And yeah, we got a picture of it right here. It seems like it's basically going to reduce recoil, but also allow you to get a one-hit melee if you've got this thing equipped. After that, we have the Jack Protein for the RAW LMG. It says this conversion kit turns the RAW into a highly adaptable prototype weapon with a telescoping barrel that can be toggled between full auto and semi-auto fire, offering suppressive fire and precision in the same weapon. And this is the picture of it right here, and honestly, this one doesn't sound as interesting, but I feel like it all just depends on how bad or good the aftermarket part is, because if it is really solid, then maybe the RAW LMG will be making a return into the game in a big way. Next up, we have the Jack Cataclysm for the RPK LMG. It says commands the battlefield with this 50 cal conversion kit for the RPK. Slow yet powerful with a high capacity drum mag, this kit is your enemy's nightmare. Now this one sounds like it could be pretty powerful. That's the same thing that we thought about the 50 cal conversion kit for the M4 though, and that one kind of turned out to be garbage, but I feel like the big downside with that is that it didn't have that much ammo, but the RPK here is an LMG and it's got a big ass drum mag, so this thing could actually be pretty useful, but we will have to wait and see. After that, we have the Jack Devastators for the Reclaimer 18 shotgun, which was basically the SPAS 12 12 that got added last season. It says dual-wield Reclaimer 18 shotguns and become a mobile artillery barrage with this aftermarket part. Accuracy and recoil are minimal, but destruction is maximized. So yes, we're getting akimbo spaz 12s with Season 5. That's ridiculous, man. And then lastly, we have the Jack Death March for the BAL 27. It says this aftermarket part replaces standard ammo with high voltage power cells in the barrel with a photonic scatter barrel. Fire a spread of lethal laser blasts that take down enemies at short range. So this one could be a hit or miss. It's really just going to depend on how useful or useless this thing is. I'm not really sure what to think about this based off of the description. Like the photonic barrel in the Moors was basically useless for it, but maybe it could be good on the BAL 27. I don't know. Definitely some really interesting and unique aftermarket parts for Season 5 though, man. Like Sledgehammer, they're just killing it. Then of course we have the Black Cell and the Battle Pass and stuff. Here's a little preview. I'm not gonna go like super in depth on it, but yeah. As far as goes for upcoming skins for Season 5, it looks like they're gonna be adding Mommy. Okay, so she's an Australian WWE superstar. I really don't know that much about WWE, so please don't get too mad at me. We got Ivan coming into the game, which I think some people were upset that he's still alive because I think he was dead in the campaign, but I mean, who even knows or cares about the story at this point? Yeah, this comment on the Season 5 trailer says, well, my brain wasn't in my skull. Ivan. Granted, this is just a skin for multiplayer, but I don't know. We have Reckoner getting added to Cortac and everything's redacted on him. I mean, who cares? Is this not just a reused skin from Modern Warfare 2019? They're adding Cody Rhodes into the game. Again, I don't know who he is. He kind of looks like Homelander a little bit. We have Rey Mysterio and John Cena is also here as well. You just can't see him. And then we have the other incoming bundles, which there's definitely some pretty normal looking ones in here. We got the Sock Puppet bundle, which I'm sure will be enjoyed by the same people who bought the Wub skins as well. We got this disgusting looking creature. We got the fish skin, which I'm sure is going to be part of the fish fection mode. And then this one, I believe, has a black hole gun. This did get leaked, so I do kind of know what's going to be in it. So there you go. Tracer Pack sock puppets, dude. Oh my God. I will give them some credit though. The sock puppet is at least a little bit more inventive than the Wub skins. Oh my God, wait. I know that this picture is supposed to just tease the Season 5 like camo that you get at the end of the season called Chainbreaker. But as you can see, the week 1 aftermarket part is going to be the blunderbuss. So I can't wait for the start of the season, dude. That's gonna be awesome. We're also gonna see the seasonal prestige cap increase from 850 to 1050. You're gonna be able to hit prestige 21, which I'm not even at prestige 17 yet. There's gonna be a brand new Season 5 weapon prestige camo at launch, and it's called Mercury. It's gonna be animated, and it's looking really good so far. Oh my God, you're gonna have to earn an additional 250,000 XP, and you have to have One Trick and Molten Obsidian already unlocked for the gun that you want to get this camo for. So yeah, like I said, there's not going to be a single player who unlocks these camos for every single gun in the game. It's not possible. It will not happen. And as far as it goes for where we're at currently with Modern Warfare 3, we do have new weekly challenges, but it just gets you this Mutagen blueprints for a gun, and then you get the camo once you complete all the weekly challenges. So not anything too crazy on Modern Warfare 3 at the moment. I will just go ahead and unlock this on my own time, but that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me cover everything that's new for Modern Warfare 3 Season 5. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see all of this brand new stuff when it gets added to the game, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys later.
Outcome, train go.